We're going to do Dash Wilder. We're going to do Scott Dawson. We're going to do the Revival versus the Young Bucks. See how that looks. Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson. And we're going to have Cody Rhodes at ringside. We do this at an NXT takeover because I wanna. Let's get this show on the road. Hopefully it isn't set up for like tornado rules or anything like that. Although it might still be no DQ and no count out. And no rope break. Actually, I'm gonna reset that. Because the rope break thing is important. One thing I do like about Fire Pro is how quickly you can get in and out of matches. Cut play, DQ count, outside on. Okay, I think now we're good to go. Here we go. Battle between arguably two of the very best tag teams in the world today. The Young Bucks versus the Revival. Dash Wilder in there against Matt Jackson. And Matt Jackson just punching the balls of Dash Wilder. Very, very ball punching based offense so far. Dash Wilder, though, balls of steel. Just fights through the pain. Makes his way back to his feet. Matt Jackson trying for a powerbomb there. Dash Wilder reversal, just starts headbutting Matt Jackson right in the face. As Dash Wilder starts to work the limbs, try to take away that super kick-based offense. Matt Jackson, tombstone pile driver. Less than 2 minutes into the match. Jackknife cover. Dash Wilder tagging in Scott Dawson. As he comes in now. Looks like Matt tagging in Nick Jackson as well and fucking low blowing Scott Dawson for good measure. Super kick by Nick Jackson and another low blow. Why do they just have ball shots and super kicks? I guess the greatest tag team in the world resorting to some dirty tricks here. Nick Jackson getting the better of the test of strength exchange. Nick Jackson go for the pin. Count of 1. Otani style kicks right to the face by Nick Jackson. Revival having a tough time getting going here against the Young Bucks. And Cody Rhodes out there ringside to rub it in. Returning to his former employers for this match. Nick Jackson controlling Dawson, bringing him over towards his corner. Scott Dawson answering back with a low blow of his own. Bionic elbow to the top of Nick Jackson's head. Maybe throwing a little shade Cody Rhodes' way. Locking him up in that knee bar. Nick Jackson managing to break free. Scott Dawson sidestepping a standing drop kick there. And he starts answering back with some low blows of his own. Super kick by Nick Jackson. Standing moonsault referee calls for the break. Scott Dawson tags in his partner Dash. providing a little bit of assistance on the way out. Dash Wilder. Beautiful clothesline. Picking Nick Jackson up. Nick Jackson escaping. Definitely the faster of the two. Makes his way to tag in his brother Matt. And these two brawling back and forth now. Trying to exchange punches wildly. Dash Wilder sidewalk slam on Matt Jackson. Eye rake by Matt Jackson. And Dash Wilder just throwing a vicious left hand. Matt Jackson collapses. And Dash Wilder starting to use that size and that rough neck style to really get the advantage here. Just mounting Matt Jackson and punching him in the face. More strikes by Dash Wilder. And Nick Jackson goes down. Dash going up to the top rope. Catches him with a diving codebreaker. Holy cow. Matt Jackson right back on his feet in a Gotch-style pile driver. Dear Lord. Snap suplex by Dash Wilder. Locks him up for a knee bar. Nick Jackson makes a save. Hits the ropes. Then makes his exit. Matt Jackson tags in Nick. Double team attempt here. Jumping double enziguri by the Young Bucks. Somersault senton by Matt Jackson. Dash Wilder answering back with a sidewalk slam and a low blow by Dash Wilder. Stiff clothesline and another low blow by Dash Wilder. I think we have had more low blows than super kicks so far in this match. Standing drop kick by Nick Jackson. 10 minutes gone past in this match. Nick Jackson jumps up to the top rope, showing off great athleticism. Dash Wilder getting out of the way, though. These two start to exchange strikes. Irish whip into the ropes. Gorgeous spine buster by Dash Wilder. Shades of the great Arn Anderson. Dash Wilder whipped into the corner of the Young Bucks. Breaks free. And throws another low blow on to Nick Jackson. Code breaker number 2 by Dash Wilder. But Nick Jackson gets right back up. Counters with a standing moonsault. And Dash Wilder kicks out at a count of 2. Super kick by Nick Jackson. Jackknife pin. Referee calls for the break. Code breaker! Oh God! Matt Jackson has been knocked unconscious. And Nick Jackson is in there all alone. Matt Jackson is dead. What a violent day we've had here. And now Nick Jackson is by himself. Matt Jackson is just laid out completely. And Nick Jackson crumples in a heap. Clearly worn down by all the punishment he's been taking and will continue to take. Code breaker onto Nick Jackson by Dash Wilder. I'm sorry, by Scott Dawson. Oh, I can't stop looking at Matt. Oh God, Cody, do something. Dash Wilder! I'm sorry, Scott Dawson has the fork now. This match is getting very violent. Nick Jackson with a swinging neck breaker and a low blow. Doing all he can here to try and survive. Resorting to every dirty trick in the book. Not like they weren't doing that before. Sidewalk slam by Dash Wilder. Why do I keep calling him Dash Wilder? By Scott Dawson. I love how Dash was going to make sure Matt doesn't interfere. Super kick by Nick Jackson. Diving Hurricane Rana. Scott Dawson gets to the ropes. Super kick by Nick Jackson. Goes up to the top rope. Taunts Dash Wilder. And hits with a diving crossbody, but Scott's partner there to break it up right away. Locks in that knee bar. Once again, And man, Matt is still out. Scott Dawson breaking out the fork again. This is just Dash just checking, make sure Matt doesn't interfere. Nick Jackson busted open now. Tombstone pile driver by Nick Jackson. Throws up the Turkish Wolf and slaps Scott Dawson right in the face. Goes up to the top rope. Scott Dawson backs away. Another code breaker. Another knee bar. Nick tries to break free, but he's had too much. And the ref calls for the bell. And that's the end of the match. The Revival proving definitively, finally, that they are the greatest tag team in the world by beating the Young Bucks. Critical KOing Matt Jackson, knocking him out. And then Nick was all by himself, had no one to turn to, and could not fight off both men by himself. Ankle breaker finish. And that's the end of the match.